The computer virus that swept over Modesto City Schools during the last week of November remains fresh in the memory of everyone who works, teaches, and studies at a Modesto high school, including Grigori. On the evening of November 27, a variant of a ransomware virus entered the district, infecting multiple servers on the district's network. I became interested in this story because I wanted to find out the extent that technology drives our campus. For the first time this year, personal laptops issued to high school students have taken the place of the textbook, altering the climate of the traditional education in Modesto City Schools. Some programs, like Extended Summer School, are completely dependent on digital technology and were simply canceled because of the virus. Technology is, until recently, something Grigori takes for granted, and our schools suffered in a variety of ways during this shutdown that many of us could never foresee. I began this story during the shutdown, investigating the many challenges which our school faced. Once the computer network was restored, I continued my reporting to find out what caused the virus in the first place. As it turns out, I've learned that I may be the only one asking how this happened, why this happened, and what's preventing it from happening again. This story was my search to get to the bottom of these questions, but it turns out that getting a clear answer proved to be as complicated as the virus itself. The computer virus entered district servers on Monday evening. The problem first became evident to the district when school and district websites were down. As students and staff came to Grigori Tuesday morning, it was apparent that something was very wrong with the system, and a whole computer shutdown was quickly enacted by the Information and Technology Services Department.
My speech class is all digital. I don't have them have a notebook, and I have them use OneNote. And so they were supposed to present, and once I realized that they were not going to present, I kind of panicked a little bit.
At my previous high school, I had gone about 50% digital, so here I had gone almost 100%, so I really had to go out of my comfort zone.
Well, since the computers were down, we were supposed to do a lot of classwork and stuff, but we ended up kind of just like not doing it. They can't just give us like freedom, so they're like, do whatever you guys want because we have nothing planned today. And so I kind of just went on YouTube and yeah, just did that for the rest of the day.
Like I felt like I was just like wasting my time really, and like I couldn't like learn anything, which was just a complete waste really.
We tell our students, make sure you have your devices every day. And we've been using them for the whole semester. But then once the network outages, once they take it away, it's frustrating for sure.
But this virus did not only affect classroom instruction. Virtually every aspect of our school was slowed down or stopped due to lack of technology.
All of my duties that I'm normally taking on right now, is a lot of it's computer related. So me personally is just throwing a whole wrench in things.
Well, the computer shutdown last week affected the SBO by basically allowing us to do nothing. Almost everything that we do here runs through the computer.
If a whole class was coming in to check out multiple books, we weren't able to do that. We've just been doing small scale checkouts. We made a ledger to record numbers so we can put it in the system when it comes back up.
When the computer shutdown happened, that meant also that nutrition services didn't have any access to their computers. So they had to, instead of allowing students to enter their PIN code on the pad, we actually had to write everything manually. So we all had to do it the old-fashioned way with pen and ink and write a list.
So you can see right here, this is all my attendance right here for the past several days that our computer hasn't been working. So you can see that my work is piling up. As it is right now, we barely get our daily stuff done. So you can imagine that with all the extra paperwork that we have, it's going to be a lot of work for us to catch up.
UC and CSU applications were due the week of the virus, and college counselor Allison Kuykendall was slowed down by having to use her phone to access student records.
So we're just waiting. I have some students who have asked me, like, can I email you my personal insight questions to proofread, after school? But I can't get to my district email, so that's kind of an issue. You guys have worked with me on the computer, and it's like, okay, click, 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 and we're there. It takes a lot longer on my phone. I can't help as many kids when they have to wait in line and they have to, sit here.
These troubles at Grigori persisted until Friday, when District Information and Technology Services Department told school sites that devices and phones were safe to be turned on. But after the virus was solved at the school level, it became apparent to me that there was a greater disconnect between the district and schools about the damage that the virus had on the day-to-day life for students.
This virus has been a headache. It's not a tragedy. We always say that technology is a tool. It's a way to enhance learning. It's a way to enhance instruction.
Fortuna added in a statement published in the Modesto Bee that we as a district are not dependent on technology in traditional classrooms. But from time lost in classrooms throughout Gregory, this may not be reality. Multiple rumors of the virus's cause spread throughout the week, including that students hacked into the network because inappropriate messages surfaced on Downey High School's website. I visited the Gregory Tech Room to see if they had any information regarding the rumors. Computer techs informed me that they had been directed not to answer questions.
To this day, Modesto City Schools has not provided a clear answer as to who or what is responsible for this virus entering our system.
So what was the cause of this virus entering the network?
We still do not know exactly how it came in.
Superintendent Pam Abel suggested to staff in an e-newsletter on December 1st that this virus was caused by Microsoft as it slipped through their protection, not ours.
It appears that it was something having to do with their lack of protection, not any of the filters that Modesto City Schools has, but more along the lines of a filter that Microsoft should have been providing to us.
But in my first interview, Minter outlined a different potential cause involving district personnel.
Most likely, again, came in through someone clicking a link or opening up an inappropriate email.
Since the cause of the virus remains unknown, it's unclear as to how Modesto City Schools can prevent future viruses. The only step the district has taken to prevent a future virus is purchasing additional virus protection.
This specific variant was not in the Microsoft, what they call a definition list. A definition list is a list of all known viruses that exist. To keep in mind, viruses are being created daily.
So then what is stopping a brand new virus then from entering our system at any time?
Nothing.
But what if the virus was a result of a staff member clicking inappropriate links or email?
I think everyone just needs to continue using due diligence and being conscious about what information they are looking to access.
Will any teacher or staff development be added to prevent future viruses?
There is no ongoing training for that specific purpose. All we can do is to ensure that we have antivirus and anti-malware software on all of our servers and staff and student devices. However, will they click on something wrong? Possibly.
Now that the network is up and running again, things seem to have returned to normal. People are no longer thinking about the shutdown. We've simply moved on without considering the impact of what happened and the likelihood that it could happen again. We may need to accept that the district may never know the cause of this virus. Throughout my reporting, I've learned that new and stronger viruses are being created on a regular basis, and perhaps it's less important to know how this virus entered our system than it is to prepare for future attacks. But if Modesto City Schools defends the network only through new and updated antivirus and anti-malware protections, aren't we neglecting that second potential cause of this recent attack, human error? If the virus did enter our system through the careless click of a link or the opening of a malicious email, why isn't Modesto City Schools formally discussing the ways in which hackers are trying to enter our computer networks through the very people it was built to serve? That's you, and that's me. Reporting for JNN, this has been Catherine Swartz.
We'll be back next week, again, on 60 Minutes. All right, shall we take a look?
Yes.